Hello Stamper, welcome to Francie's video. I'm France Martin, independent demonstrator with Stampin' Up. And today it's a masculine card, but I'm going to show you two different ways. This is sponging, and this one, it's using the artistic, perfectly artistic designer series paper in the celebration. So this paper, it's only available while supplies last. And so, I thought I'm going to do both ways because some say my sponging never looked the same like yours. And this one you don't have to do sponging. And you see I put the fence like, at the sea you see those fence for the sand, to catch the sand, whatever, do the dune. Well, to be honest, I'm not a fan of this fence, because you barely can see it with the crumb cake on the crumb cake. So the next one's going to be going great. That's what we're going to do today. So the stamp set we're using the woodland for the weed, the grass, whatever, the beachy grass there. And then we're going to use the hardwood background stamp set. So let's prepare our background stamp set first. So that's going to be done when we're ready to do our, so this is smoky slate and smoky slate paper cardstock. So I'm going to put this way here. Let's rub that. I like, when it's a big stamp set, I like to keep it down on the table and bring my paper to it. I think this is going to look more like a beach fence that it's, sun rotten or whatever. Now we're going to start with a piece of white cardstock that measures 4 by 5 1/4, and we're going to sponge. So I'm going to start with Tempting Turquoise. And then I got another kind to show you that's going to be dragging the stamp, but that's going to be another video. So this one's going to be sponge. And this one, even if it's not equal, it's okay. Even if you get streak, that make it even better. So it really look more like the water. So this one, I think you can sponge this. And a lot of the time with the sponging, it's when it dry, it make a big difference. So we got that done. Now we're going to do the sand. It's in crumb cake. And we're just going to sponge. And again, even if you get space that it's darker and blah, I think it's perfectly fine because the sand can be wet, and you know what I mean. So that's going to be, I need a little bit darker though. Oh, another stamp set that I done in the other one, I think that I want my lovely timeless, this one here, timeless texture, and we want the little tiny dots. And I think that would add like for the bit of more sands. See? And I can sponge even more. And then on the side, I want to put darker there. Okay. Now we will stamp the wheat. And that is stamped with crumb cake too. So we're going to stamp the wheat. And I'm going to go that it's going to touch the water there. One there. And one there. And if you notice at the beach, that usually when you get that, whatever, that grass, that beachy grass, I'm sure it's a name, I don't know what it is, I just call it the grass. Under, the sand's going to bunch in the bottom of that. Usually you get a little sand dune. So we're going to put it quite a bit darker there. Et voila. So you see now you get more of the, let me bring this closer. Okay, the next step gonna be our bird. So let's do the bird. The bird, it's in Memento black ink. Et voila. And then I got my Thinking of You, that it's in inland indigo. Et voila. Now it's time to do our fins. So let's do our fins. Let me move that. We're going to use that back in a minute. Okay, the fins, we're using the washi label punch. And, oh, okay, it don't go all the way. That's okay. I still need the grain to go on the long way. So punch about 3 of them. And now, because you see that's way too big, right? Now we're going to use our scissors and we're going to cut in 2. You know, we get the little point there. Keep 2 together. And that one is very off. And it's perfectly fine, even if it's off like this. It's a bit too big. I'm going to come back. Because if you look at those fins at the beach, they're very off. They're not, it's salt and sun rotten. So, okay, that's plenty. Do I have my silicone mat here? Well, let me reach my silicone mat. Thought I had one there. I cannot find it. Okay, so you're going to bring this on your silicone mat. Make sure the wood grain face down because you don't want the glue on that. Okay, the one that it's the little pointy on top, that's going to go up there. And you see, now because I got my fins a little bit lower, that's okay, because what I'm going to do is use my sponge again and put that it's in the sand a bit. See? Think outside the box as you go. And then over here. And even if they're sideways and that, trust me, it is perfectly fine. The more character you give to this fence, the better off you are. And when I get one not touching, I'm going to come and here we go. 3, we're going to have 5. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. So you see I get all those different lengths in it. Now the one that passed, turn this around and cut it. It's easier if you turn it around and cut it. Now for the one going this way, I just want 1. Okay. I mean one of the peak that I want very more slim. Now we're going to take this, put that right here. I like the gray fins much better because we can see it way much more. And then over here. Oh, perfect. See? Now what I'm going to do is I took the gel pen and I put just a little line there. So it looked like, you know, you get those maybe white cap on the water, but it's just add a little bit that bring the... Okay, now I see I could add a little bit more dots. Et voila, my friend. Now I got 4 1/4 by 11, score at 5 1/2. And I'm going to keep on repeating that. When you get the card opening on the long way this way, way much better, nice, crisp fold if you score it. That is because the way the fiber is on the cardstock, if you don't fold it, it won't all bubble and really do pleats and that. It don't look the best. And then I mount that directly on my crumb cake cardstock. Et voila, my friend, how simple that was. See? And you get your nice fins. Now, another thing that we could do with that, it's use the enamel dots. We get those little dots in the occasion catalog, and that would look like maybe a little bit of, water drop. You know, when it's, and I had put that on one of the other one. So that is just if you feel to add a little bit of something. Just add a little something, or it could be pearls in the sand. Et voila. Now, let's do the designer series paper, the Perfectly Artistic. That is about the same thing, but a little bit different. What we're going to do is, I want to see how this is going to go. So I'm going to put that right there. Now, this one here, it looks more like wood, so I'm going to use the back of it. See, you get two-sided. That would even look good for the beach, really. That's going to be my water. Big splash in the bottom there. And then this here, I'm just going to rip. See? Oops, go this way. Now, you're going to take this. Just make sure this go about right. Yes. You don't, the other one I had a little bit too much sand, I think. Now I'm going to take my sponge and just sponge a little bit here. And the reason why, and oh, you know what? Usually I go back with some of the Marina Mist on top of this. But now it's kind of, that's okay. I'm going to add a little bit darker. I want it. That's okay. You don't have to. I guess the Tempting Turquoise was perfectly fine. So now I took that white edge out of there pretty much, because I didn't want that. You can even use a little bit of blue and go there, so it's going to blend it good. Now we're going to take this here, and right now I'm just going to put my snail on top there, because I don't like to stamp it when it's mounted on my card, because it's going to go off a bit. So now you just match that about the same proportion on each, the top, the side, and all that. That looked pretty good. Now remove this. Now we're going to stamp our bird. And oops, this stamp set been so loved. Here's the bird. Now we're going to stamp the grass. So it's done about the same way. It's just that less sponging. So I guess today it's 2 for the price of 1, right? Et voila. Voila. And then the thinking of you. And now we have to sponge. And when it come at the bottom there where I say, you know, it's the sand dune, I like to use my sponge jobber. And then our little dots. And it's done. We just have to put the fence. The same way than the other one, I'm going to put the fence on this. So now you have both ways. You get with the designer series paper and the sponging. So hope you enjoyed that. And for all your Stampin' Up! Product, visit my blog at FrenchieStamps.com. And again, the Perfectly Artistic paper, it's while supplies last, and it's yours for free with qualified order. Order of $50 before tax and shipping, you get to choose a celebration product. That the celebration promotion go till March 31st, but this paper, it's only while supplies last. Thank you so much, and have a great day, my friend, and a great week.